All right, now to a developing story out of Prince George's County, where a vigil will be held tonight for a U.S. Postal Service worker who was murdered while delivering mail last night. 26-year-old Tyson Barnette was shot and killed along his route on Reed Road in Landover. Whitney Wild is there with how this tragedy is raising concerns about safety. Whitney.
Well, Candace, at issue is postal workers going out later and later on their routes, and it was in near pitch black darkness that Tyson Barnette was murdered. In the daylight, no obvious evidence remains of the tragedy the night before.
I was surprised to find out it happened right outside my house.
Today it's kind of somber, you know. Someone lost their life over the weekend and it's right before the holidays.
An unknown suspect gunned down 26-year-old Tyson Barnette Saturday evening in the 1600 block of Reed Street in Landover. Barnette was on duty working as a letter carrier for the U.S. Postal Service.
You never know what's lurking around the corner.
This letter carrier asked us not to show his face. He says he warned managers that carriers were working later hours well into the dark, a twisted take on a service creed.
And gloom of night. Well, unfortunately, this sheds a new meaning to that old cliche, gloom of night. Very sad.
In a letter dated November 3rd, the Postal Service worker wrote to managers, the additional early darkness not only slows mail delivery, but creates an unnecessary, unsafe working condition. Then weeks later sent another letter saying December will be a living hell for carriers. Delivery times will be persistently later. He says his concerns were never addressed.
Always worry. Not just me. Every letter carrier that's out there, once they're out in the dark, they're defenseless.
Back in Landover, neighbors are heartbroken to hear a young life was lost just steps from their doors.
Wish it wouldn't happen, but it does.
We reached out to the U.S. Postal Service. They're offering an up to $100,000 reward for information leading to the arrest of Barnette's murderer. We also reached out to the union. They said this was likely Barnette's second route of the night. They say a lack of manpower means that these letter carriers are out later and later. Back to you.